I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty
indivisible,
and justice for all.
Okay. Justin, will you start me?
The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for this meeting have been met by transmitting the notice of the regular meeting to the Commissioner's official newspaper on February 1st, 2024, posting the notice where required and filing a copy of the notice with the Commission clerk. The Dealer Commission meeting will be audio and videotaped and will be shown on APTV, Optimum 77, and throughout most of Monmouth County on FiOS 28. Allenhurst?
Here.
Asbury Park?
Yes.
Oh, we lost her.
Sure.
Asbury Park?
Asbury Park.
Yes.
You're not coming through, Jeannie. We lost
Geo?
you.
I'm not coming through now.
Gotcha.
Interlaken?
Here.
Lock Harbor?
Here.
Neptune? And Ocean.
Here.
Tonight-
not here. Ocean is here.
Ocean's here. Everyone but Jill.
Asbury Park is here.
Deal limit too. Well, deal never shows up, so.
Tonight we have a resolution to approve the minutes of the regular meeting for May 16th, 2024. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Tonight we have a resolution to approve the treasurer's report and pay bills. Someone want to read the report?
Sure. Okay, balance on hand for the previous month was $29,080.73. We did receive $10,000 from Interlaken assessment, and we got interest of $48.30 and $70.18 for a total of $10,118.48. Total available funds was $39,199.21. We did have appropriations in the amount of altogether $3,760.78. So our total balance is $35,438.43, $19,758.75 at Manasquan Bank, and $15,679.68 in Jersey Cash Management Fund.
Perfect. Someone,
So moved.
second,
Second, Asbury Park.
Allenhurst?
Yes.
Asbury Park?
Yes.
Interlaken?
Yes.
Lock
Yes.
Harbor?
Yes.
And Ocean.
Yes.
Oh, there's not.
Okay, with the 319 grant that we have from 2016 technically, it's been painful to say the least. Steve knows the pain I've been through. The checks that we requested, a lot of work went into requesting it and changing the request. So we could get around $93,000 from them, and they would keep 10%, which was the holding figure for cleaning up the grants. Needless to say, when it got to the budget and finance people, they stopped the payment because they needed certificates of insurance, which I felt was reasonable initially, but became unreasonable down the road.
Just so you know, when we enter into contract with DEP, when the commission does, Steve and I both give our certificates of insurance. They are totally misrepresenting what their regulations are at this time. They've never done this before, and if they're changing the way they're doing it, they shouldn't do it in the middle of a grant where we've already paid the contractor a percentage. We should charge them interest based on this. We should hire Hunt to.
That's a very interesting.
Yeah, this is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Now, they may have some merit to what they're asking for, but you don't change a policy in the middle of an application.
That's an interesting thought about the interest.
And we
Hunt,
have
could
the
you look?
insurance from
Yeah.
Can you
the
look into where we're
contractor.
at?
Yeah,
Percent.
we don't enter into a contract without the contractor's insurance and all subcontractors.
Maybe the CFO would be a right person.
I don't know, I think new people are reviewing it, they've never done it before, and they're misrepresenting what their regulations are.
Let me talk to her again. That's.
Yeah, I agree with Peter. I mean, I've never experienced anything like this. And, between me and Peter, we've probably managed close to 30.
Oh, don't say how long.
What's that?
You just say how many, not how long.
I said how many, not how long.
So here's the bottom line. We sent in documentation for Peter's team from 16 all the way to 23 for Princeton Hydro, and we do have Precise in our back pocket at least 2 years. But what they don't realize is when we award the contract, I think when we get the contract award from the DEP, we're not working right. You're working, Princeton Hydro or Steve's working.
We don't have a
But
contract.
we don't have a contract, and they want us to immediately we want the DLA commission to have liability insurance. And that liability insurance, I think I mentioned last meeting, was over $5,200 for 6 months. So it was almost $11,000, and it just seemed unreasonable, and I did not push the button on that. We are asking just to be proactive and be prepared, as some of us folks are. We asked for a CFO to look into the JIF, the Joint Insurance Fund. We believe we can join one. And maybe we get some extra insurance out of it and cheaper. So we're looking into that. And maybe we can insure the Flume building, even though we don't necessarily own it. We do maintain the equipment in there. So why not? That's a good investment, right? Because nobody's taking charge of that. Nobody's taking responsibility for that. No town, no state, no county. So right now it's sitting.
Dawn, at the last meeting, you had said that you were going to organize a meeting to look into that. Have you begun? What's the status on that?
It's going to be, Peter's working with it. It's going to be Peter, myself, Steve, and Hunt. And we're going to do some background stuff. We don't need a lot of people. We really need, the state.
Peter's got surveys.
I've contacted the state already,
Right.
and they're researching it themselves.
Yeah, so there's still work to be done behind the scenes, so there's no reason for a meeting yet. But the big deal is the insurance, and hopefully next meeting we'll have the insurance. We might have to have a special meeting for the insurance, that they hold our feet to the fire. We're in discussions at the highest level of DEP right now. I basically called the deputy commissioner who's in charge of our area, and I said, I'm ready to jump off a bridge, you gotta help me. And I left the message. Within 5 minutes, the person in charge of this area, and Robert, he gave me a call, and we had a nice chat. He was off that day at Home Depot, and it was great, and it was very positive. He called me yesterday and said it's still at the highest level, still at the lawyer level, and there was a couple of budgetary people. So it's a finance office and the lawyers interpreting the regulations.
Well,
Not AG, it's the lawyer within the DEP.
okay, counsel for the commission.
There's
My friend used to be the counsel.
hold on, there's the organizational chart. It's a very busy organization. If you go on the DEP website and look on organization, it'll make your head spin. We're all the way on the right, on the bottom right. That's what our people are. But anyway, I think it's positive. I don't know what's gonna happen in a week or so. But we have most of the paperwork we have to deal with to at least get, I'm hoping they waive all the requirements and cut a check for $93,000, and then we'll talk again. I'm basically telling them, we're basically shut down in terms of major functions on the grants until we get the $93,000 check. Because we can't spend any more time wasting money, spinning our wheels, writing paperwork. They're asking us to change documents, the budget, an old grant, because we bought floating wetlands from one company, we bought flowers from another florist, and another nursery, and another group of flowers for the rain garden. So 3 different vendors, not subcontractors we purchased from, and they wanted insurance information from them. I said, well, what about Home Depot? We bought some bolts from Home Depot. Do I need insurance from Home Depot? They came back and said, well, we need to change your budgetary information. That I lost it right there. So I said, we're not going to do anything until we have resolution of where we're going, what direction.
Dawn, I have a question. When you were applying for this grant, there was some help from Vin Gopal, wasn't there? Or at some stage?
I don't think Vinbo Gopal was born yet. This is an old grant.
Oh.
Vin Gopal helped us get money to get the lake groups money for the last one. He didn't specifically help us per se, but he might have, I don't know.
I
But
just
he-
wondered, I brought that up only because I'm thinking maybe he can help. I don't know. It's just
I
a
have not used that GoPal card yet,
Yeah.
because I think we can work it out without him.
Good.
We're working with him on a couple things, and that's it. We're not, I'm not gonna push him on this one yet.
And they're deep in the budget season, not answering calls currently.
Correct.
So.
Anyway, that's the latest of 319. So what I'd like to do on this one, I'd like to get authorization for the CFO to cut a $10,000 check to Precise Construction next week. I can't, it wasn't on his bill list, but we have enough money now to at least pay 10,000 of the 20,000 we exercise. And then I would like to take that check, personally deliver it, and get all the insurance information from them. I feel I can't go to them until I give them a check. So
Okay, this is not on the bill list?
it's not, it's a motion I'm making right now to pay Precise Construction for their work that we own $20,000.
It's because you feel it's an emergency? I mean, it's a
I mean, we owe them the money. We own the money. We said we're gonna pay it. We have $35,000. I'm not asking to pay the full amount. Asbury Park's gonna be paying shortly, I think, and that'll put some extra money in there. And hopefully the $93,000 check will come from the state and we'll be back in good standings forever. But that's
No,
not asking.
that's not it. I was just saying it's not on the bill list and it's a lot of money, so I would.
It'll be on the next bill list, but this will be a special payment, so we can get, he's willing, as long as we have it voted on tonight and approved by us, the commissioners, he's willing to write the check, so. That's the motion. Do we have a second?
Yeah.
Alan, a second.
And I understand,
Yeah, hold on, Jesse's gonna read that.
Okay, so we're authorizing $10,000 to pay Precise Construction, partial payment to Precise Construction of $10,000.
Correct.
So you're offering Ellen Hurst a second. Asbury Park,
I'm abstaining, I'm sorry.
Interlaken,
I vote yes.
Look Harbor,
Yes.
and Ocean.
Yes. Gonna have.
Yes.
Sorry.
Without me now?
Sorry, so I'm all permission. I didn't expect you to do that.
Okay.
And I'm top on the list, eh? First time
No,
ever.
you talk so much. I just-
Okay, next, thank you. Our other grant is on hold, we're not doing anything, we don't have the official sign off on that. We're close though, we're really close. So as soon as the insurance information is done, we'll be moving that. Peter's guys,
We're ready.
ready to go.
Yeah.
Ready,
We have conceptual plans completed already.
Right.
So we're ready to move forward on that.
and we'll go along with the, ask the ocean, or start the process for getting bonding. We'll start that as soon as we get it approved. So we'll have more next meeting or in August. Shoreline protection.
Yeah.
Jeannie said- So
Yeah,
another case, go ahead, Jeannie.
Oh, okay. So I think you all remember that as part of the DLC education effort, I developed the guide to Deal Lake property owners over a couple of years ago. And a group of volunteers hand delivered them to all the property owners that lived on the lake at that time. But since then, a number of people have moved in on the lake. And Josh Starner, the Asbury Park, our alternate, he's on, I see, know that a lot of new lakefront property owners have moved in since that time. So Josh and I met to talk about the best way to get these pamphlets to the many new lakefront residents. And Josh did the research and he found out that there were 54 new lakefront homeowners who have moved in over the past 3 years. So we'd like to send out the guides this time to the new lakefront homeowners by mail. So they know too about the regulations that are particular to lakefront homeowners. And I submitted an email to Dawn describing the project with the cost attached. That item, it's a small amount. It's only $62.80. I know it's small, but since I had not spoken with the commission to receive your approval during a DLC meeting, I just want the commission to know what this money is being used for. And also, Hunt, I wanted to know, do we need to vote to approve that expenditure if it's on the bill list already, or should we approve it?
You approve the bill list, you've approved payment of the bill, so.
Okay,
We're good to go.
And it's sold.
is that right? I couldn't tell who that.
You're done.
That is correct.
Thanks, Jeannie, that was good. Let me
Okay.
move- That's excellent. Goose remediation, of course, I've only seen 2 small groups of geese, baby geese. It was an excellent job. I'm not sure, we don't have the numbers yet, but it was a great job by the USDA. Weed management program, we got a letter from weed management people, and I personally looked at it. I didn't see any weeds, and that's what they said. So they're ready to treat when the weeds are more evident, but right now, there's no reason to treat. So treatment we did the last couple of years really knocked it down substantially.
When will is it Rejexit that we're using for the goose? No, what is it? And when is that going to happen?
We haven't started any of that. We haven't even talked about it.
Okay. When are we going to talk about it?
I don't know.
I was asked about it, that's why, because I brought up the goose management and how successful that's been. And the question,
We have not pursued it because we don't have any money.
okay,
That's it. So, right now, we're waiting for that check. Once we get the check, we can start thinking about things. But that's a phone call and we can kick it back in. I like to do it more in the winter time before the birds actually nest. That'd be better to get rid of the net. Anyway, we'll leave it there.
is that the time we usually did it? I thought there was a specific period.
They do throughout, usually like the grass growing season, that's when they like to do it. But right now, we are not, I told them it's not authorized, we didn't want to reestablish it. So right now, it's not happening. Okay, again, the reestablishment of the joint meeting, Deal Lake, we sent the letters out, was a month ago. About a month ago, they went out, your town managers should have, right, managers, correct? The town managers of your town should have clerks, in some cases, managers, head administrators should have gotten them. Asbury didn't get them, Jeannie hooked up with them today and handed it off, so they have them now.
Did Elmhurst get it?
I don't know.
And I asked her,
They
and she
all
said,
got
Nothing came
mail.
back, nothing came back to me, I sent everything out, nothing came back.
No reject,
okay.
so they got them.
Donna would have called me.
Done, okay.
I'll give them all a call.
Yeah.
But we're asking for the things to be back by the 15th of July.
Okay.
So it's coming up soon. Maybe we could slip a little bit, but we'd like to get them back as soon as possible. And I'm not sure,
Did Frida give you? Did Frida give you something? Frida from Elmhurst, did she give you something about the town? About reestablishing and everything?
No.
No?
I'm sure Donna's told.
Okay.
Okay, on the 50-year celebration, we're gonna leave that for next month. I know Carol's had her hands full on that, so we're just gonna let that go. But we did celebrate, as the Stone Pony celebrates 50 years, so does the Deal Lake Commission, so. I gotta take all that.
We rock too.
We rock too, right? That's right. Any other old business on this? Other than that? Wow, makes a big difference.
Yeah.
The air conditioner just kicked off, it's much quieter here now.
Yeah.
New business resolution, go ahead.
Resolution.
Still a lot.
New business.
A resolution recognizing July 2024 as Lake Appreciation Month. We do this every year, and I sent it in, where do I send it, Steve Noms?
Yes. Not.
So someone please.
It
is.
Yeah.
Someone,
Second.
you're saying who offered?
I'll offer.
Okay, second.
I'll second.
Oh, I know. Anyway.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Jeannie, this is for Ken. I don't know if Ken's on right now.
Ken asked me to speak to it. He's
Okay.
not on right now, but he asked me to speak to it, and gave me a written statement, but I'd like to bring up I'm going to share my screen so I can talk about it a little bit. He said that he's aware of the concerns that you have, but this is an area that has history since he was assuming webmaster during duties a few years back. And there was much discussion on the subject on how and when documents would be provided to him for posting. He said, I learned that treasurer's reports were missing from the website going back to 2011. This is a few years ago. This result, everybody remembers that. He had to go back. Well, you remember, Don, and I do, had to go back and they researched it, and it was a real long catch-up period. And he said, unfortunately, though I've expressed my concern during meetings and via email, and we have reviewed the process as to how and I should receive approved documents, there continue to be inconsistencies in my obtaining them. When documents are posted, they are required to be approved, no drafts, or being otherwise devoid of the required status of approval. I should be receiving.
Jeannie, you're breaking in and out. Let me just get to the point.
Okay, I want to bring.
Everything's good until October 2023. It's 2023. So we're missing documents. We just got to get them updated, okay? That's it. We don't have the explanation. We just got to get them updated. However we get them up there, we got to get them up there. We have copies, I have copies. I think Ken has copies.
He
But
can't.
if he doesn't, that's a problem.
I will resend them.
He can't post documents that he doesn't have. It is the documents that he needs are treasurer's reports from 2020 October. I could bring that up right now on my screen.
But Jeannie, you work with him. You get every single document that everybody else gets.
Don't get.
I thought he gets them. I thought he gets them.
Can I explain something, please? I think this is something that somehow we keep missing this. Ken is the website administrator. He has, he owns the website server and the Zoom, but he does not. I don't take care of documents. He takes care of documents. I write all of the content, pictures, videos, links, anything that goes on the website. That's what I do. But I do not take care of documents. I've been saying this for a long time, and so is.
Well, we'll make sure he gets all the documents tomorrow, and then we'll make sure he's on the I thought he was on the email list, so he should have been getting, okay? He's on the email list, so. I'll set them tomorrow. We'll get them up there. It'll be great.
All right,
okay?
but you said there were minutes missing and agendas missing, and I wanted to show you where they are on the screen. Can I do that?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sure. Well, you know what? Okay, you got it?
So here they are. If you go up to meetings and you see where it says meetings and then DLC meeting archives. So
Right.
if you're at January 2024, I'm trying to move it over so you can see it. There you see the monthly meetings, minutes, the video, everything's there. And that is the case for every single one of our meetings. There are meetings from 2023 all the way back to 2020.
You're moving too fast. Go back to 20. You got 24 there, but go back to 23. That's probably the best angle. The other ones are not there for the other months.
2023, December. There's minutes, right? I mean, which date do you want?
Minutes?
Minutes. All right. Here, I'm going to go to January 2023. There are minutes. There's the agenda. There is the video. You see it?
Yeah, but I don't see the minute. The words I see minutes. I don't see the minutes.
You click on continue, and then you click on continue reading. That's the same for all of them. Here's the article.
Go to April 24.
April 2024. Okay. So there's the agenda. Now look at this one. That was last month, right? So he doesn't have the minutes for that one.
No, that's 2 months ago. He has them.
Okay. But that was a month ago. So maybe that's one he's behind on if he didn't receive it. But if you look at March 2024, minutes, agendas, here's the minutes. You click on continue reading and there they are. You see? Want me to do that one more time? Go under things, click on the widget, DLC meeting archives.
We're good, Jeannie, we're good.
Got it.
We're good. We're good.
But the thing is with the financials, the treasurer's reports, he only has, like he keeps saying, I can only post what I get. So he doesn't have September 2023.
He
And
will
I
have
know,
them
Don,
tomorrow. He will have them tomorrow.
okay, good. All right.
I'm gonna continue, okay? Can you stop
Yeah.
sharing? Okay, thank you.
I'm going to stop sharing right now. Here you go.
Go to the
Here
next
we
subject.
go.
I see Zay Din on line, you there? I'm gonna open it up to you. This student of Horace Mann University.
Horace Mann.
Horace Mann is college or university? It's a high school. He's a high school guy? Well, you look like a college grad already. Look at you. Okay. We'll take you off mute here. Why don't you go over what you want to do?
He has to do it. Zayden, could you please? There you goes. Good.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jeannie.
hello, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me to talk with you this evening. My name is Zayden Lee. I'm a rising junior at Horace Mann. So yeah, it's the high school, not a college, but I'm excited to talk about my science research project, and I'm very happy to be here tonight. So I'm actually going to start the story a bit back. In 5th grade, I did a geospatial analysis workshop at the Bronx Community College. And every summer since then, even after the program ended, I've worked with my instructor to do a geospatial analysis project. And we have mainly focused on like researching coastal lakes in New Jersey. He used to be a professor at Monmouth, so we have been very active in the Monmouth County area, mapping impervious surfaces and drainage basins in Lake Como. This year, I'm expanding the scope of my research, and I'm trying to correlate impervious surface coverage and like water quality of coastal lakes along the Jersey shoreline in Monmouth County. I'm currently using survey data from the United States Geological Service to figure out the drainage basins of the lakes and satellite imagery to mark impervious surfaces within those basins. And I was going to see if the level of impervious surfaces had a noticeable effect on the water quality of the lake. And I was wondering if the Deal Lake Commission had any water quality data for the past few years, and if I could access it, if there is any, like if there are any tables showing like how much nitrates and phosphates were in the lake. And I was also wondering if like you had any maps of the stormwater management system, which is like inlets, pipes, and outlets, because I learned from my instructor that the lakes are like very interconnected with the towns around them, and I wanted to account for that in my research. Yeah, I've been trying to collect information from like Long Branch, Asbury Park, Neptune, and like Lake Como and a bunch of other lakes around on the Monmouth County shore. And I know it's kind of a big project, but I'm really hoping to create a comprehensive map of the area so we could better understand like the drainage pattern, as I know flooding is a big concern in the communities near the water.
I'm gonna let Dr. Susan and Peter Avakian talk to you. I think we can help you. We have 50 years of information. It may be a little overwhelming, actually.
Oh, nice.
But we'd like to have a young eyes on it and maybe come up with some different ideas and different technology.
Oh dear,
Excuse me, we have a herd of deer in back of us right now.
nice answers.
Yeah.
So Shaden, so I'm Steve Souza. I've modeled the watershed. I can send you, well, first off, I need to get your email address, because what I could do is send you various reports that have been put together for the Deal Lake watershed that actually computed nitrogen, phosphorus, sediment loading, to the lake, and then took it one step further and projected the lake trophic status based on those inputs. And there's also some hydrologic modeling too. And so if you can get your email address to me, I can forward that, those
Hey,
reports.
Steve, I'll connect you tonight, okay, or tomorrow morning, I'll connect you back.
Okay, all right.
Peter,
So over really like the next,
Peter shaking his head.
yes, over the next 3 or 4 days, I'll send you these various reports that have been put together. And then Peter Peter, you can talk about all of the, the stormwater mapping.
I think some of the maps are online already. The
Yeah,
watershed-
they are.
Required to be online.
The watershed map is already there, and it also has the outfall pipes, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and we also have the data from Monmouth University too. So
Right.
that could be used too. So we got a lot of data for you.
Yeah. So we have been participating in the CLONET program through Monmouth University with Dr. Jason Adolph. And so there's some up-to-date data, pertaining to clarity, dissolved oxygen temperature, and various nutrients. So those are all that data is available, and I think probably Jeannie, you have access to that and can provide that.
Okay, I'll make the connections tomorrow, and I'll put Adolph on there. And I'll put the two doctors and the engineer.
Perfect.
If you want to, I'll give you the information
Over
as
there.
suggested.
Good luck to you. And of course, we'd love to see the results. When you're done, you can make a presentation to the Deal Lake Commission. Is that okay?
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Did you hear what I wasn't sure if
That's
you?
great. Thank you very much.
Am I muted?
Yeah, you were muted before, Jeannie.
Are you done with school, by the way?
Yes, Don, also, I will put Jaden in touch with Erin, who is involved with CLONET, and we can give him the website that he can go to, and you'd be able to see a lot of water quality sampling from all the coastal lakes. Jaden, I think you'd find that interesting.
I'll make good connections tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Super.
thank you.
Good luck.
Next, should I?
We're heading to number 4, guys. The Plan New Jersey, Public Lakes of New Jersey. We had a conference call with the commissioner and his staff. It was phenomenal conference call. It was just a few representatives from various different lakes. And we talked about a lot of discussions. I talked about my check, our check. I said, where's our check? So, and it came down, we visually met some folks. And I had the phone number, so I made the phone call. And it was nice to get the relationship together on the screen. They were just wonderful people. We're all trying. I made a talk. I said, look, we're all on the same team. We're all trying to do the right thing for the public and the environment, and we all got to work together. I mean, and hopefully we will. They were very good. They were very hospitable. We talked. I had a whole bunch of items with the lake, from fishing, voting, to shoreline protection, which was big. And Jeannie, they did ask us to go back to the region, Tom's River region, and talk to them about all the violation notices that are out there. But I did tell them that their people asked me to tell them they need more help because they're short-handed. So that communication was good going back and forth. But they are short. A lot of people retired in DP, Steve knows. And they're filling vacancies. That one chart that Hunt has right now, there's tons of vacancies listed on it. It's amazing. So if you go there into DEP, New Jersey organizational chart, you'll see vacancies from left to right, and some seasoned people have left. So, and they're trying to fill those jobs with young guys like our high school student here. So it'd be excellent to get new faces in. Anyway, that's it, and that's all I've got on new business. Any other new business? Okay, I'm gonna open it up for the public session right now. I'm gonna skip that right now. I was asked by a couple of folks not to do that tonight. I'm not. Do we hear a motion to open up public? Or you want to do that? Right now?
I'll make a motion, Asbury Park open to the public.
Second,
I second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I might oppose it because we're opening Asbury Park to the public, which was very open yesterday. It was packed then. Anyway, we're all good. Any public would like to speak? Just unmute yourself and let it rip. I see Mrs. Hart, I see Ms. Pat there. Hello, Pat. And nobody wants to talk. Okay, do I hear a motion to close the public session?
Like.
Alan,
Moved.
Second,
second motion.
Oh, Don, before we close, our next meeting is Not,
We're not done yet. We're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Just
We're just closing the public session.
oh, I'm sorry, very,
Okay,
all in favor? Opposed? Okay,
okay.
now you can
Oh.
Okay, now
Or-
about next meeting. Next meeting is July 18th.
And
That will be Zoom only, no, not in person. We'll be conducting a meeting from a beautiful spot.
Why can't we be here?
You can, you want to join Boy Scouts of America, you can come on.
No, here.
Anyway, I'll be at a scout camp, and I'll conduct a meeting from the lake shore, so that'll be a lot.
but it's Zoom only. Just want to make sure I put that on the website correctly, Zoom only.
July 18th.
Okay.
Zoom only, next week, yeah. Anyway.
Did notify
Do I hear a
Borough
motion-
that.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Alan Hurst, second.
I'll second it.
Okay, all right.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Opposed?
Okay. I thank you.
Thank you.